welcome back to another Parts Factory Australia installation tutorial video. Guys, today we're working on this 07 to 2014 Ford Fiesta little hatchback. Super common problem with these ones. The coolant thermo fans bolted onto the radiator. Basically either the resistor or the fan motor itself buggers up, and of course you can't have that in Australia in this hot climate. We need our thermofans operational at all times. That will cause intermittent overheating issues, especially when you pull up at a set of lights. That's the type of thing you're going to be fixing this issue for. Definitely important to have a good and working one. Now guys, I would expect this job to take about 10 minutes. I've done it a few times. We are going to have to pull the top coolant hose off. A few little trims, bits and pieces, nothing too crazy. But yeah, we'll have to get in there, undo a few electrical connectors and whatnot. But other than that, it's pretty much going to be a pretty fairly straightforward and easy job. But never say never, guys. We don't know what to expect until we're into it. Now, if you do need this part before you get started, guys, this type of thing from Ford is going to be $600-700 with a 1 month wait. We have it available here at Parts Factory. I don't think it's any more than $250. I can't actually recall the price off the top of my head, but yeah, this is the resistor type. There are two types, but the resistor type is suitable for both types, if you see what I'm saying. So no matter what, if you need it, this is the one you need. Obviously, grab it, use this video, learn how to put it in yourself, save yourself some money, and don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Keep this YouTube channel in your toolkit. That way, if you are doing your own DIY repairs on cars like this, you know who to call. Alrighty guys, let's jump into it. Alrighty guys, in order to get down to the thermofan, there are a few things we're gonna have to remove. The first one is absolutely, definitely, this little, they call them a ram air intake pipe, but basically you can just pop it up like that, pull it forward off this clip, pop it up out of your way. Now that doesn't seem to really be in our way, especially because we can tuck it behind that little clip there. And then you've got this electrical wire that goes all the way down to the bottom. But other than that, it seems it's most likely and pretty much only, let me just grab my pliers, that top radiator hose that's going to be in our way right now. Now this type of clamp is the type of clamp that'll clip open, which should work in our favor. You can clip it open and it hopefully stay open, unless it's old, which it might be pretty old. In that case, just grab the clamp and just wiggle it. Yeah, it's quite a, see, a nice big thick pair of pliers would probably do a better job at this. I've got these little pointies. The one tool I need is the one tool I forgot this weekend. Nice big pair of pliers will get this job done, guys. Alrighty, so I ended up managing to get the hose clamp moving down the hose, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. Now, you can just wiggle the pipe off. You want to tuck it out of your way, because basically, at this point, we're going to be pulling this radiator fan up and out of this little area. Now, see these little plastic trims? You just press them up, pull the fan out, and do one side at a time. One side here, and hopefully the other side is the same sort of difficulty level. Alrighty guys, so upon further investigation, I've realized it needs to come out through the bottom. So if you just come over here, to do that, you've got to have, basically it's going to go straight out the bottom, right? But you're still going to need to, this plastic or this little cable is going to have to come off this fan at one point. So just grab it and basically unclip it off the fan shroud. That way, when we are underneath the car, this little cable is just like hanging there, etc. Yeah, now, because we've done these little plastic trim clip thing bits, that means basically it can now go down. I just want to see if I can get it moving before we... You see how it's kind of ready to go? So I'm going to go lift this car up. You would have to do the same. Maybe like 2 jacks on each side, or jack up one side, jack up the other side. We need to get the nose of the car up into the air to get this fan out the bottom. So I'm gonna go grab my forklift, you go and get your jacks, and I'll meet you back when we've got the car up in the air a bit. All right guys, so we're up underneath the car. As you can see, there are a few things that are going to stop us from pulling this fan out immediately. Obviously, the first one is this main coolant hose. So we're going to crimp that hose, pull this hose off, pull this one off, and then we're going to bring it all out of our way. You want it as far out of your way as possible. Then, if you look up in there, you'll see we've got this little electrical connector mechanism thingy. We're going to pull that off. We're going to pull off that little wire just there. And to be honest, it'll just be that main power wire that goes onto the fan, and it'll drop down, and the fan shroud will be in our hand. So we'll jump into that. Alrighty guys, so there's going to be a bit of coolant that comes out of this, providing there's coolant in the radiator. We don't know, considering this is a wrecking yard car, but we're going to start with this small one, so we find out with a bit less intensity. I'll pull that off and let's see how we go. Ooh, look at that. So this has a blown head gasket or blown oil cooler, but that's irrelevant to us. I'm going to pull off this main radiator hose. You just crimp down, oh God, on this bloody hose clamp. Hopefully you've got a better pair of pliers than I do, and you could just pull off that hose and the same thing's going to happen. Out comes the creamy mess. Isn't that lovely? Alrighty guys, so I've tucked these hoses out of the way. As you can see, you can now basically get this fan out by lifting it up and pulling it in a downwards motion. But the things that are currently holding it are all the electrical connectors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this creamy mess to stop leaking so I don't get absolutely drenched. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to use a pair of pliers. Just grab that like that, and then you can just twist it and then see how it kind of wants to pop out. Obviously, if I had two hands, this would be much easier. And then you see that electrical plug, see that red tab? You just grab it and you pull down on it. But again, it's hard because I don't have two hands, but yeah, you just pull down on that red tab. Alrighty guys, so at that point, you can just kind of maneuver the fan out of the area. Yes, it's going to be a little bit tight, but it should just maneuver out. See, on some cars, on manuals, this pan won't be here, so you're going to have a much easier time getting that out if this wasn't there, if you know what I mean. And then this oil cooler as well, on some cars that won't be there either. So if you're one of those lucky people, you'll find that that fan's just going to pop straight out. Righty guys, I was struggling with this plug, so what I'm going to do is pull this resistor out, flip this plug over. My rags come out again, which means I'm going to get drenched in oil again, which is great. I'm going to press that plug, and then, yeah, there we go, finally. And then your little resistor comes out. Now you get a bit more room. Once again, I'm going to have to do all this, get all this out of the way. But hopefully we're getting closer to being able to bring this out now. Now you see that it'll actually come out just. Now see this? This is that plug I was talking about before. Sometimes it's as easy as just grabbing it and pulling it down, but sometimes you need something a bit pointy. I'm assuming that can be seen. See how it pops down like that? And then just grab your pointies, push in. Sometimes push the plug towards the plug, then push in and then pull down, but still doesn't want to work. Hasn't been pulled out in a long time, I guess. If you don't, you can always bring the fan out, making sure it's coming out nice and smooth. See how we're kind of like twisting it out? You got one more little connector here. You just grab it and twist. It's basically just a push connector, so you just got to kind of twist it out like so. Now the fan's come all the way out, which is good news for us, because you can now use gravity a little bit, pushing that red plug up out of the way. Hopefully we can just press down and pull out and use gravity to help us out a bit. So there you go. All right, so right at this stage, my mics ran out of power, which is not good. But basically what I proceed to explain here is that, as I have mentioned in the beginning of the video, we do stock these. There are two types, as I did also mention. This one has the resistor, but it will fit both. So just bear that in mind when going to order. And then, guys, at this point I'm explaining you need to take the resistor out of Oh no, ours actually comes with the original resistor or a replacement resistor. So it's gonna be fairly straightforward. We've got to put it up from underneath, smack it straight back in the car, clip it back in, and we're good to go. So it's now time to put the fan back up into the car. Obviously I'm putting the second-hand one back in. There's no point me putting a brand new one back into essentially is a scrap car. This car is busted, as you saw. Now, our fan has the resistor. So when you put the new one in, the resistor will come with the new fan. So it's as simple as putting it straight back up in. Now, I quickly work out that you kind of got to like squeeze it through and etc. But at the end of the day, it's going to be very simple to how you pulled it out. I'm going to bring it back up. Make sure you do not damage the radiator in this process, because if you do that, then you'll be 10 times the amount of work required to get this job done. So obviously get it right up the top and then put the bottom plastic mounts in and then put the top in at the end of the video. So just disregard the top for now. Just get those bottom clips in. Put your 2 plugs in. Of course, we're going to put our bottom radiator hose back on. Make sure that clamp is nice and tight. Other than that, pretty straightforward. I'll see you at the top. Alrighty guys, my mic went flat, so we're now using the camera's mic. Alrighty guys, now you grab your fan and you got to re-clip it back into these clips here, which is pretty self-explanatory. I trust you manage that, but basically it slides in and you click it in back. So, of course, you've got all these wires and you now just clip them back into their relative places. It's just push tabs basically, so you just push them in, etc, etc, etc. Don't forget you got this ram air intake and of course that top radiator hose, which is just tucked in behind here. Of course, pushing that in like so, and then you grab your pliers. This is that hose clamp I dealt with at the beginning. That was a bit of a struggle, so I'm assuming it's going to be a struggle again. I need a better pair of pliers, guys. Guys, you put that clamp on as per usual. You don't need me to show you how to do that. And then, of course, you got your ram air intake. This is the last and final step. You tuck it back down onto there. And then, of course, you just kind of... It's a bit of a manhandle sort of thing because it's just plastic, stretchy plastic. But at the end of the day, guys, it just tucks back over there. This is so it picks up nice fresh air from the outside. Now, I think that this comes somewhere here, clips in there, and then yeah, that's everything, guys. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching another Parts Factory Australia installation tutorial video. Sorry about my mic running out halfway through, but I have done a voiceover, so I hope that it's all good for you. Alrighty guys, my name's Lucas, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.